Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. Garalith is saying hello as well, and today we'll continue our exploration of Minas Tirith. There seems to be a quest inside the Houses of Healing, so let's check that up. Let's see what is this all about. I have no idea where that quest rank is going to pop up. Ah, okay. Galathir, Herb Master.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith? Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
As you're aware, battle is surely upon us. There will be casualties and there will be injuries. The casualties will be unavoidable. If we are to act fast and have the proper healing salves, we should be able to abate the injuries. I have been insisting that we stock up on herbs with healing properties, but I do not know anyone who is willing to leave the safety of this city on the eve of battle. If you collect these plants, then I and many soldiers to come will be in your debt. Galathir shows you a book containing level drawing of several plants of the region with healing properties. Tungleworth, a weed that grows in Osgiliath near the Anduin. Maiden's Helm, a flower only found in the northern woods of Losarnach. Wonderbeard, a type of moss flower growing at the base of the mountains in Pelennor. Selgang, a green flowerless plant found in Talathanor. Yeah, not a big fan of this quest, because as you have seen, that will have us retrace a lot of our steps in Gondor all the way to Losarnach, which is not that far. Losarnach and Osgiliath are not that far, but are still areas that we have already passed through. So having to go back there kind of breaks the flow a little bit of the entire thing inside the city. But I think we can save some space for that. Oh god, can't move. Yeah, thank you. Now, I saw another quest ring around the area, but I'm not sure if it's on this level or if it's on the upper level. We'll see. Here we have the Cold Hall. Okay. The closed door of Pen Holland. We of course cannot enter. I mean, there are a lot of things to explore here down on the 6th circle. Bergsman Fellow Hall. We have completed Minas Tirith Fellow Halls. Beriathan the Many Talented. Let me check that. We have here all the halls, 5 LOTRO points on Virtue XP. You have visited all the Fellow Halls in Minas Tirith. That's great. 5 LOTRO points. And here we have the Warden of the Burg. Ostur. Stuart Denethor, son of Dior. Okay. I cannot keep my mind upon labors. I return again and again to see the lands below. Namatur, Magistrate. I guess at some point we'll come looking for him. Now here, Stuart Turgon, son of Turin. We have the high stables. There should be a plague. Yeah, this one. Stuart Ectelion, son of Turgon. Ectelion II, father of Denethor. Ah, this one here. Okay. Dome of the Sun. Perfect. And here we can finally see the LOTRO's version of the Citadel Guards. So I would say we have achieved a very similar look with the pieces we have available. This helm, I mean, this helm is not available, nothing that looks remotely similar to it. The wings look kind of cool. And this helm design has kind of grown on me, but I'm not a big fan of the helm being black. I think I have John Howe's illustrations ingrained in my mind, and that's why I went with this silver helmet, which I reckon is the same idea the designers had when they created this piece. And it does work wonders for what we're trying to achieve with this outfit. These two plaques are already done. Now, if we have been doing everything correctly, now that we are coming to the Citadel at the 7th circle, we should be able to complete the deed for both the King and the Steward's plaques. God, I hope I'm doing this right. I hope I didn't miss anything. If not, well, we'll get plenty of chances of looking for them, but I want to see how we did.
It is the steward's command that you learn only the lesser password for this gate.
Mithrandir's pledge is of value, Beriathan, but I must follow the command of the steward. It is his wish that friends of the wizard learn the lesser password for the Citadel and no other. The password is justice. The 7th circle of the city is called the Citadel, but it is also known as the Steward's Tier. Some of the common folk refer to it as the King's Tier, but that seems distasteful to me. There has been no king in Gondor for many hundreds of years, and the wise rule of the stewards has served us well, if you ask me. The Tower of Ecthelion stands proudly atop the city, a sign of Gondor's might. Steward Denethor rules within the Hall of Kings, but you will only see within at his direct invitation. The path atop the city's pier is patrolled by guards of the Citadel and kept clear of obstructions, if you wish to walk the ship's prow and behold the view. Do so in safety, while that's still possible. And here we have Beregond. We'll get a chance of talking to him later. Fort of the Fountain. And here we have Mithrandir, which at some point climbed to the Citadel as well. Metathrond, the Feast Hall. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Northern Great House, but there is not a plaque for that. What we have in here, though, is King Earnur. And Beren. Steward Beren. Wait a second, yeah. King Earnur, that's Mordorith, Godmog. Met Ormatar, captain of the Citadel. Okay. The plague of King Ostoker, more like re-encountered Ormatar. Anyway, here we have it, the Stewards of Gondor completed. With the statue of Ecthelion the First. So we have the statues of Minas Tirith. We're about to complete that for the line of the kings as well. And here we have the stewards, 5 LOTRO points, some reputation. So, Captain Ormatar, glad to finally meet you. You have no idea all the things I have found in my travels, but I am now back and I'm reporting for duty. What do you want me to do? Beriathan, I must confess, there is a shortage of staffing in all the buildings of the Citadel. Only the guard posts are fully stationed on the eve of war. Still, we have nobles staying at the Southern Great House and eating at the Feast Hall, Metathrond. I need some of my guards to leave their post and take on additional duties up here. Would you mind delivering these orders in my stead? Speak with Iorlas and send him to the Southern Great Guest House to tidy up the baths. Also, speak with Beregond and send him to Metathrond to tidy up the tables. We must all do our part to keep this city running. Alright. Kelethir, Warden of the Coffers, Kelethir. So we have Wardens of Minas Tirith. Friend of the Watch. Reputation, LOTRO points. Yeah. You have met all the Wardens of Minas Tirith. Yeah. We have the 5 LOTRO points, but then does that mean, yeah, there is a plaque for the coffer house in here, and that's gonna complete the bolts of the White City. And for that, we have 5 LOTRO points, and that, basically. Now, here we have this Southern Great Guest House Plague, and this is gonna complete Guests of the White City. And that means 5 LOTRO points, and that's it. Now, Captains, we're gonna complete that after we leave the city. Explorer of Old Anodian. We're getting there. Explorer of the White City. Workings of the White City. The Chambers of the City Plague. That one should be around here. And the Line of Kings. We're missing 8 of them. But I reckon we should also be good with those. Here's Mithrandir.
You were denied the greater passwords for some of the levels. What rubbish.
You were denied the greater passwords for some of the levels. What rubbish, Beriathan. Denethor seeks to demonstrate his authority. He should be preparing for war with his enemies instead of hindering his allies. It does not matter. For now you have free passage through the city. Minas Tirith is strong, and it was built in 7 levels with a strategic purpose. Did you notice how the gates alternate sides, first on the south, then to the north, and then on the south again? Such a design causes the ascending road to pass through the needs in the pier at regular intervals, and carving so many arched tunnels in the stone cannot have been easy. It was done at an Iron's command, so the city could be easily fortified, and an opposing force would have a long road to march before reaching the height of the city. The walls of the city have never been breached. No enemy has broken the gates. Denethor knows this. He believes that Minas Tirith cannot fall, and that knowledge gives him strength. But it's also his weakness. He refuses the help I might give him, and the help you could provide. I think that is an error. That definitely sounds like an error. What I'm gonna grab in here. Agility version of the boots.
We must not rely on the strength of the walls. The people must be strong.
We must not rely solely on the strength of the walls, Beriathan. We must ensure that the people are strong as well. It will be not long before the enemy is arrayed before the walls, and in that moment the city's defenders will need courage with deep foundations. There are some folk with whom you should speak, my friend. Unresolved matters may linger and cast hearts into confusion when the end approaches. Day-to-day affairs in the city are managed by a group of officials that comprise the Council of Gondor. They meet in the Dome of the Sun of the 6th Circle. Introduce yourself to the Doorward and do what you can to aid the Council. I came in here in the company of Beregond, Hobbit of the Shire. He is now a guard of the Citadel. The less said of that the better, and I expect he could use a friendly word from you, Beriathan. I spoke with Lord Duin here of the Blackroot Vale a short time ago, and it seems that his sons left the city without his permission, and indeed against his direct command. I understand you met Duilin and Derufin during their ill-advised adventure. Find them within one of the taverns in the lower circles of the city, and perhaps something can be done to suit their father's temper. Okay. Pippin. Pippin is right here. So, Pippin, how are you doing? Last time we met was in Lothlorien, was it? Long road. Now you are a fellow Citadel guard. Welcome.
It is good to see a familiar face in this city of strangers.
Well, hello, Beriathan. Gandalf hinted that I might be seeing you shortly, but I wasn't sure I believed him. Why not? This is my home. It is good to see a familiar face in the grand city of strangers. I have made a few friends already, but this city is not built to Hobbit scale, is it? I find it quite overwhelming. On the off chance that you really would be turning up, I arranged with one of the taverns for a picnic lunch, and I expect it is nearly ready. There should be enough good food and drink for the two of us, and we can share stories and catch up on our adventures. I say our adventures, but really mine has not been very eventful since last we met. I hope it stays that way, and I am not ashamed to admit it. It doesn't seem likely though, does it? The proprietor of the Thirsty Seer in the 5th circle of the city should have the picnic basket set out by now. If you go down there, pick it up, and carry it out to the edge of the pier, we can have a lovely lunch at the watch point. I will meet you out there, but be sure to bring the picnic basket. I will do so, Pippin, but... come on. But before I start advancing all these quests that I have unlocked, let me come to the pier, because I think we're gonna complete a king in the statues of the king's deed here. King Eldakar. A little hard to discern, but well, you know a little about Beriathan's history with Eldakar and everything. The plague of King Arodor. Okay. Yarmendakil, son of Kirjandil. So this means Romendakil. Now here we have Urambar Onotimo. Yarmendakil II, son of Aldamir. And the last two are right here. Illumitar Ombardakil. And Romendakil II, son of Kalmakil. And with that, we have completed the statues of Minas Tirith and the line of kings. And we have unlocked a new deed as well. So, here we have it, the statues of Minas Tirith, the Gondorian historian. That seems like a nice title. The line of kings, just the LOTRO points. You have learned much in Minas Tirith? Yeah. Let me take that one. Plagues of the White City. We also need to complete Explorer of the White City, and for that we only need to find the Chambers of the City Plague. And that's gonna come in just a moment, I hope. For the time being, well, we'll get the chance of coming here to the pier to have lunch with Pippin. We don't have the picnic basket yet, but no matter. So what I'm trying to do, without falling off, I don't wanna fall off from this place just yet, is, you guessed it, take a really nice picture of Minas Tirith, the Tower of Ectelion there on the background. Now there is a hidden deed, so if you jump from the pier, you will die and you will land on the first circle and you will get a hidden title for it. Not gonna do that just yet. Maybe at some point for fancies, but not yet. Because right now, we have a lot of quests that we can advance. And now that we have completed our journey up to Minas Tirith, we're gonna go backwards until we reach the first circle. I think we'll need to do at least a couple more of these passes before everything is completed in the city. Now, chambers. I have no idea what that chambers plague is supposed to be. The chambers of the city plague. Chambers of the city. No idea. No memory of that. I mean, I had thought that one would be here on the Citadel. Some point of the Citadel, but not so sure anymore. Which is a shame, but I guess we'll need to keep our eyes open for that. In any case, here we have first of all Beregond.
To see this city fall would be a tragedy, but the emptiness is a tragedy all on its own.
I know who you are. My son Beregond has told me about you. I've heard countless stories of your heroics throughout the city. You tell Beregond that you appreciate his words and explain that you are here to give orders from Ormatar. All in a day's work, I suppose? Is it true that you are a friend of Peregrine Took? He is a friend of mine as well. You must come with me to Metathrond. You should see the grand feast hall of Minas Tirith. as it's truly a sight to behold. Also, I would very much like to hear all about your adventures with Beregond and Took. Meet me in Metatron when you are ready. Yeah, but I also need to talk to Iorlas, who is guarding the city, the gate here. And since his quest is related to the Southern Great Guest House, I think we're gonna grab it and then go back up.
We won't let our city fall!
You are correct. I am Iorlas. What brings you to the gate of the Citadel? You explain Ormatar's orders and Iorlas looks increasingly displeased. While I appreciate your visit, I can't say I appreciate these orders from Ormatar. This is a disgrace, but I must accept any orders from him. Still, a guard of the Citadel is not usually on cleaning duty. What did I do to deserve this? You explain that the Citadel staff is short-handed and Ormatar needs guards to help out. I see. Well, perhaps you wouldn't mind coming with me then. The work will go quicker with the two of us. Let us meet at the baths in the Southern Great Guest House when you are ready. You know, Iorlas, yeah. I'll help you just to make up for all the time I've been away from Minas Tirith. I would guess that I have a huge to-do list, so I better start doing some tasks. Because it seems a couple months away and your companions of the lifetime no longer trust you, no longer give you the passwords that you need. Preposterous, but well, it is what it is. Please let me hear a story and then we shall get started with this task. You recount a story about your time with Pippin in Rivendell. What a fantastic tale. I wish Beregond were here right now. I bet he'd have some bits to add. I do enjoy the way he tells stories. Well, enough from me. Shall we complete this task? So, dirty dishes. I would assume those are upstairs. Empty dishes. No? To make things worse, I don't know why the game is a little bit laggy. I mean, we are inside a place. Shouldn't be these kind of issues. But anyway. Ah, more plates in here. I would assume the other ones I'm missing are on this corner over here. Yeah. Bring the plates to the kitchen staff. Okay.
Dark skies, dark tidings.
Thank you kindly for the plates. As you can see, there are not many of us down here. We appreciate any help. If you have a moment, we were just discussing the best way to defeat those Easterlings who keep hearing about. You look like a skilled warrior. Perhaps you would be able to show us a move or two. We would love to learn how to take them on if they ever got into the kitchen. You gladly accept to give them a demonstration of your combat skills. Indeed, Easterling Slayer of Old and Orient, even though they are technically not real Easterlings, but, well, not complaining. Hopefully we will not have to use these moves anytime soon. So here we have We need to defeat 120 Easterlings. Okay. Thank you, Beriathan. You make even a simple shore an adventure. No wonder you are also friends with Beregond. That was nice of you to teach the kitchen staff some basic fighting skills. It brought some joy to their tired faces. It saddens me to think that tomorrow they may have to put that knowledge to practical use on the battlefield. Okay. Now to the Southern Great Guest House. Thankfully, I do know my way around here a little, because this place is huge, as you can see by this map. Or at least it does look huge. But it might just be a trick on the eyes. God, stop doing that. Let me go where I need to go. And this lag is so confusing. I think I already made a wrong turn. Yeah. Those closed doors can be a little tricky. Iorlas shakes his head at the bats as you enter.
The enemies of men approach. I hope you are prepared.
Welcome to the bats of the Southern Great Guest House. It is a rather lovely area when you do not have work to do. I bet you my brother gets all the easy jobs from Ormatar. He is probably sitting at the splintered shield, drinking a pint with his halfling friend. I'm not even supposed to be in the Citadel today. It was only Ormatar's sword that brought me here. Well, I suppose we should get to it then. Almost done. Yeah, almost done. Don't you worry. I hope you are also doing your part in picking up these dirty clothes. What now? Rinse the clothes. Okay. Does his son feel neglected as I do from my brother's lack of interest in family lately?
We can only
I don't know.
hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
We're finished. I shall complain about my day to my brother the next time I see him. I apologize for taking my frustration out on you. These are difficult times and I feel like I am often ignored by both my family and superiors. Yeah, you tell me about it. Not my family, but... I mean, how many people in the game have remotely acknowledged who I am? Not a lot, I reckon. Okay, we're out now. Let us talk to Ormatar. Thank you for your help. I just received word that there is some sort of disturbance on the prow. Perhaps a scuffle. Would you mind looking into that for me? The prow. Okay. Yeah, you know why? Because this also gives us the chance. Taking a look at the city, the fountain, the white tree, the Tower of Ictalian. I don't think there is a good way of getting the tree and the tower within the frame. No. I mean, the tower is huge, so that should come as no surprise. But I cannot tell you how much time I have spent in here trying to get the best picture possible of this site. Beregond and Iorlas are having an argument. Chances are still gonna keep trying to get that pick at some point. You stop the two brothers from arguing with their fists. I do not understand your jovial attitude, brother. How can you be happy in a time of war? Is it that Hobbit, friend? You spend so much time with that halfling, it's like your own brother does not even exist. Vergil, your son, needs your guidance on the eve of battle. You may not see him tomorrow. Iorlas is still quite upset. Beregond looks calm, yet troubled. A moment passes before he speaks. It is true, my brother. Spending time with Peregrine has indeed allowed me not to dwell on the bloodshed to come. Before I met a halfling, I was worried for you, for Vergil, and for Gondor. This worrying only left my spirits in decay. With my spirits fading, I pushed those I cared about away. I am ashamed to have been so distant, Iorlas. Beregond is upset with his own actions. Beregond, I did not realize the weight you have been carrying. You know that you can always share the burden with your brother? I would treat Vergil as a son if the worst came to pass. Do not worry for your son. Be with him instead. On the battlefield, I shall protect the both of you until the bitter end. I do not want to stop your friendship with the halfling. He brings you joy and hope. That is something we all need. Thank you, Iorlas. It is good to hear these words coming from you. I will spend more time with my family. Hopefully, Peregrine will be able to join us. I am sure we will all enjoy the Hobbit's company. Now, Beriathan, there is something that I must ask of you. I believe you came here to investigate our argument, most likely on Ormatar's orders. If you would be kindly to us, keep our quarrel a secret whilst we return to our post. We would rather not get in trouble for this little family dispute. Beregond agrees with Iorlas and smiles, and yeah. Don't you worry, guys. Got you covered. You explained to Ormatar that the noise was just some nobles who were staying at the Southern Great Guest House. They were having a heated discussion, but you calmed them down. Good. I am glad it was not any of my men. Those nobles spend so much time bickering and not enough time getting actual work done. Well, enough talk from me. I'll let you get back to more important matters. You are quite efficient. Perhaps you would be willing to join the Citadel Guard one day? Oh, come on. You are not even trying right now. I mean, you shouldn't be asking me that question, Ormatar. After all I've done for this city. After all my family has done for this city. Like, no way! I mean, I've been traveling far and wide from Middle-earth. And let me tell you, I've been leaving the name of the Citadel Guard very high everywhere I go. You're lucky to have me. Well, no, I'm lucky to be in the Citadel Guard, truly. It's an honor, but you get what I mean. Now, here we are at the Dome of the Sun, Otnar.
Welcome to the Dome of the Sun, where meets the Council of Gondor.
Welcome, Beriathan, to the Dome of the Sun. Word of your deed is moving throughout the city like a fire in the brush. It sounds as if you have had many adventures and saved many good folk from the swords and axes of evil. May you continue to do so on our behalf, worthy Warden. You have just missed a meeting of the Council, but if you go within, you may be able to lend some aid to Arodor, chief scribe of the Council. The meetings have been contentious of late, and the number of raised voices I have heard from my position here has only increased in recent days. It seems no two voices can agree on a single course of action, for each member of the council has his own interests to look after. Can they not see that we must be united if we are to survive the coming storm? I am just a doorward. It is not my place to speak so. There are some in the city who speak against the council, but you will not find me speaking such sedition. What is this all about? Oh, the Dome of the Sun is also such an amazing view. Oh my god, yeah. A model of the White City stands in the center of the room. We're gonna check that model in just a moment. Take a look here though, because it's hard to see all of them, but every single banner of Gondor is here at the Dome of the Sun. It is as I told you, the words must be thus. Talk to Arodor? Okay, here.
Yes? I wonder if you might do me a favor.
Yes? You must be Beriathan, the Warden of whom Mithrandir speaks so highly. I am sorry to tell you that you have just missed a meeting of the council. See the state in which they have left this place? I wonder if you might do me a favor. I need to finish organizing these papers. Perhaps you might gather up the rest of the notes scattered about the chamber. The members of the council are masters of their various duties, but they trust that I will note down the matters of decision and do not stay behind to ensure I have recorded everything. I do my own duty at best I may, but I must ensure nothing slips by my notice amid the confusion. Well, let me help you with that. Looking at me, you're making me nervous.
I am nearly ready. Let me copy these down. It will not...
Thank you very much. Let me copy down any of the important matters from these papers, and then I will have another request for you. It will not be long. 1 minute. In the meantime, you can check this model of Minas Tirith. Oh my god, it looks amazing. Oh. I wanna get a picture of this from every single angle I can. Well, maybe not this one. But this one. This one. Oh, come on. Maybe even this one. And this one. That should be enough. Plenty of time to spare as well. And we're just waiting for Arodor, Garalib. It will be just a moment. Arodor looks up from his work.
I need someone to bring these resolutions throughout the city.
There we go. I have finished writing out the Council of Gondor's most recent resolutions. Now I need someone to bring this throughout the city, so the city leaders can take the appropriate action. Normally I would send an errand rider, but if you'd like to meet some members of the council, perhaps you would like to perform this duty? Very good. Here is the stack of resolutions that will require immediate action. They are labeled with the correct recipient, do you see? Here is the list. Thorhun, the Warden of the Houses of Healing. Echaron, the Captain of the Garrison. Kelefir, the Warden of the Coffers. Midodil, the Warden of the Stores. Thank you for this, Beriathan. You will be doing the city a great service. Okay, the exit is through here. Torhun, the Warden of the Houses of Healing. Was he inside a building or outside in the garden? Let us go and check. We can also go up here and bring the resolution to Pier. Well, let us do that first.
Thank you for bringing this resolution to me. I will act upon it at once.
I am grateful that you have brought the council resolution to me with such haste, Beriathan. As the warden of the coffers, it is my duty to maintain the guard upon the treasury. To my relief, the council agreed with my proposal that the guard upon the treasury doors be increased. If the city is soon besieged, as seems certain, the gravest threat to the coin of the city might not be the enemies outside the walls, but the folk within them. Indeed, an unsavory group has already begun speaking out against the council and the steward, and I am sure they would try and pilfer the treasury if given the opportunity. I thank you once more for bringing this resolution to me. You're very welcome. These cloaks. Kinda shiny, if you know what I mean. Which seems appropriate seeing as how it's raining, so maybe it's just reflecting the water. But anyway, now girlie, let me get in the middle of my fellow Citadel Guard companions here. Here. It's coming through, okay. Guarding the guard and the fountain, oh my god, yeah. Been waiting so long to take a picture like this. Now let me try and get the picture from this angle. Oh yeah. Oh, this is so good. So good. Okay. Now let us look for Torhun. Down below. Citadel. But that seems to be, yeah, the fifth circle, so I'm not gonna worry about Citadel right now. Torhun is just right here.
As you know, I am the Warden of the Houses of Healing.
That was very fast, Beriathan. Perhaps you should become an errand rider for the city. I suppose it would be difficult for you to leave the adventuring life behind, but prompt delivery of messages is something to be prized, and you seem quite skilled at it. As you know, I am the Warden of the Houses of Healing. At the council meeting that just concluded, I requested an increase in supplies and goods for the use of my healers. Spare clothes, water for boiling, warm blankets. The council agreed with the principle of my request, but not to its whole extent. I have been granted an increase, but a small one. It is better than no increase at all, I suppose. We will take blankets and clothes from evacuated houses, for their owners have no current need of them, and I will arrange with the Warden of the Wells to provide me with spare buckets. I'm glad I was able to help, even if it's just a little bit. Now we're making our way down to the 5th circle. There are a couple things we can do right now in the 5th circle. And first one, here at the Thursday's Ear, is the picnic basket. Oh, I think we'll need to grab this and yeah, run back to Pippin at the Ear. I was kind of hoping we could save this picnic basket for later. Can you imagine if you could bring the picnic basket and the chicken at once? That would save you some time. Alas, that's not the case today, or ever. The quest just doesn't work that way. Okay, here we are. And even with forced march, this does take a while. At least we didn't have to go to the 4th circle or the 3rd circle for this basket. I mean, yeah, this is the closest tavern that we have to the Citadel, the Thursday's Ear. You set out the picnic lunch and everything looks delicious.
Do not be shy, my friend. Let us dig in.
Ah, look at this delicious spread, Beriathan. I see why Gandalf spoke so highly of the Thursday's Ear. It's his favorite tavern in Minas Tirith, apparently, and I can see why. Well, do not be shy, my friend. Let us dig in, and we can talk after we have taken the edges off from our appetite. Yeah. But it's not every day that you can get a picture of a halfling Citadel guard having a meal in the Pier of Minas Tirith. Yeah, this is not something that you would see every day. Anyway, eat and drink some of the picnic food. So, like this one. It tastes very good. And what about a drink? The brew is most refreshing, yeah. I'm glad. I'm really thirsty myself. It tastes delicious. That is a good start, but by no means an end. I will nibble a bit while we speak if that is alright with you. You ask Pippin how he came to the White City. Oh, Gandalf brought me here. I slept much of the way. By Shadow Fox is the swiftest of his kind, and he was at a gallop for most of the journey. Why did we leave our friends behind? Well, Gandalf thought... He just thought I should see Minas Tirith is all. The others had their own plans and, you know, he's a wizard. Pippin awkwardly stops speaking and picks at the food in silence. You wonder at his sudden evasiveness and decide to have a little more of the lunch. Pippin eats in silence. Well, good luck with me. It tastes very good, but you are becoming worried about Pippin. You sip the brew and it refreshes you. This food tastes fine enough. I wasn't entirely honest with you, Beriathan, and I am sorry for it. Gandalf did not bring me to Minas Tirith without cause, or as a simple sightseeing trip. I know you were not deceived, but it is difficult to speak of it, and I am still ashamed that I might have worked some harm. Not on purpose. Gandalf called me a fool once or twice, and he was right to do so. but I would never endanger my friends on purpose. There was an artifact at Isengard. Wormtongue threw it down from the tower, intending to do some harm to either Saruman or Gandalf, and I saved it from rolling away into a pool. Gandalf claimed it soon afterward, but not soon enough. I found I could not stop thinking about the dark globe. I stole it away from the wizard when he slept, and looked into it, Beriathan. I saw... Pippin trails away into silence, shame and fear written upon his face. Pippin stands and gazes off into the distance. What did you see, my good Peregrine? I'm over here, Garliff. No, I don't wanna fall. I just wanna... Garliff too. Yeah, let me take a couple pictures of Pippin before we continue. Because why not? I know, Garliff, we're going. I saw a tall tower and a black sky and wheeling shapes, like bats, but much larger and much more frightening. And then I saw him, Beriathan. He looked at me, and his voice came not to my ears but to my mind, if that makes any sense. He asked me questions, and when I did not answer, I felt searing pain. I told him I was a hobbit and his laughter was cruel. He said I would see him soon, and then Gandalf broke the spell and took away the stone. The artifact was a Saint stone, a Palantir, and Saruman had used it to communicate with his Dark Master. Gandalf would not tell me very much about the stone, but he seemed to think we skipped a much worse fate through a lucky chance of good fortune. I think he was right. I could not turn my eyes from the stone, and if that horrible figure had continued his questions, I know I would have answered him. What else might he have showed me in the Palantir? I cannot guess and do not wish to. This is not the sort of conversation that suits a picnic, Beriathan. Let us clean up our food and we can speak again back at my post. You clean up the picnic and put everything away. So let us go back to Pippin at his post. Of course, we already knew part of the story. We were there when Pippin grabbed the Palantir. Of course, we weren't there when he looked into it. But after our own adventures with the Palantir during Volume 1, I think we can excuse Pippin's foolishness, maybe? I mean, we cannot justify it, but at least we can understand the fascination with the stone and be thankful that it didn't come to worse. So yeah, Pippin, don't be ashamed of your fault with us.
There may once have been good reasons for using such stones, but no longer.
I would like to apologize for spoiling our picnic with such frightening conversation, Beriathan. The food was delicious and the company was excellent, of course, but I should not have spoken so much about the Seeing Stone and what I saw within it. You are sure, Pippin, that it did not ruin the picnic and that you are simply glad he is all right now? Well, I thank you for saying so, my friend. I will give such artifacts a wide berth from now on, I can assure you of that. There may have once been good reasons for using them, as Gandalf says, but now that there's so much trouble in... well, you know what land I mean? Now that there's so much trouble away to the east, I dare say no one should pick into one of those stones. Ever. I will get back to my duties now, Beriathan. It was nice to see you again. Same, Pippin. Was nice to see you again. And it was nice coming back to the Citadel at long last. To our rightful place. But the war is not over and we still have a lot of things to accomplish. So we cannot stay in here much longer. That, however, will come on the next episode. For the time being, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.